Welcome to the vlog. I'm Dave, and this is Dave Does Life. So it's Monday. I'm checking in. Today, it's a holiday Monday here. They call it Family Day. So we're enjoying a little bit of time off. As far as checking in goes, my weight over this past week has stayed fairly steady. This morning I was 179 even. So it's been 178, 179.8, right around in there. I would say 180 tops. Um, Not much fluctuation at all. Now, in this past week, I have struggled with uh, a plan, mounting an actual workout and diet plan. I regrettably did. I was about to say I should have had this all designed previously, but I did. I did have this all designed previously. I just changed my mind on it. My goals have changed a wee bit. Instead of going, full bore, drastic, trying to drop as much body fat percentage as humanly possible and then build muscle after that, I kind of changed direction and thought, I'm going to take this in a much more calm and measured way over the course of the year. I've given myself the entire year of 2026 to accomplish my goals. So I'm going to take it a bit more measured. Instead of 60 minutes, 6 days a week on the elliptical, I'm going to be doing 3 days of cardio and 4 days of strength training, uh, getting it all kind of split up like that. The strength training is just starting out at body weight exercises, and very, very small dumbbells for things like shoulder press and all of that. If you're interested in that routine, I can just let me know and drop a note in the comments below, and I can go over that as well. In upcoming episodes, I will be going over my supplement stack that I'm taking and all of that. But I have reserved today to go over my blood test results. I did finally get them. It took a week, but I finally got them. Before I get into that, just referring to my notes here, I gained approximately 12 pounds total since the end of the fast. It's a little bit more than I wanted, but at the same time, none of it's fat. It's just replenishing glycogen stores, water, um, digestive tract stuff, all of that. And so, there's clearly not, it's not 12 pounds of fat. That's fairly obvious. It would take me tens and tens and tens of thousands of calories to gain that all in fat. So I'm not too concerned about that. Since the refeed has ended, my sleep is some of the best sleep I have ever experienced in my life. I am averaging 8 hours, more than 8 hours, 8.5 hours. Sometimes I'm getting 9 hours, and I'm tracking my sleep on my smartwatch, which connects to the Fitbit app on my phone and tablet. And the quality of sleep is just excellent. A lot of deep sleep, a lot of REM sleep, uh, really good rejuvenative, restorative sleep. So I'm really enjoying that. And part of that is that I have completely eliminated electronics when I go to bed. I read an actual paper book until I get sleepy and put the book away, turn the lights out, and I'm gone. It's fantastic. So I just wanted to touch on that. Now, as moving on here, as far as the blood test goes, 55 pages. 55 pages of blood test. And I am thrilled to say that of all of the blood tests done, I believe there were 42 things tested, and I came out abnormal on 2 of them. And the 2 that I came out abnormal on are not that big of a concern for me, and I'll go over that in a minute. But all of these things, my cholesterol levels are just fabulous. It is quite stunning to realize. Sorry, I can't help keep glancing through this. It's quite stunning to realize how much repair and rejuvenation can be done in a 30-day fast. It is really something. I have a conversation with Big Lindy tonight. I'll be posting the new Dave Does Life podcast, video podcast on Wednesday. And he sent me some of his results. I won't divulge that. I'll let him do that. But it's pretty stunning, the results that we're both seeing. Autophagy is just an amazing thing. I encourage each and every one of you to look into autophagy, what it is, what it does, how to maximize the benefits of it, how to get it going in your system. Fasting is the way to do it, in my opinion. So the two abnormalities that did come out were I've got extraordinarily high ferritin levels in my liver. So basically, iron overload. Now, I'm not super concerned about it because I've had high iron since I was a child. It's just been something that I've dealt with, or that my mother was dealing with me for many years. I remember her driving me on a regular basis to Toronto, and I would sit in a recliner chair, and it was just a bloodletting session to try and get my iron levels lower. Fortunately, I outgrew that process and didn't stop doing that. But and taking chelation and things like that to try and get the iron down. But it's never really been a problem for me, as far as symptomatic issues go. It doesn't really affect my day-to-day life at all. So for that to show up, my ferritin levels to be abnormally high is not an issue for me at this point. Now, I believe the last time I had a blood test, it was somewhere in the 800s. This time it's in the 900s. That is extremely high because the upper end of normal is in the mid 550s. So that's my dog trying to get in here. So again, I anticipated that was going to be high, and it is. I will keep track of it, keep an eye on it, but again, it's one of those issues. And I've got the exact same attitude about the other issue, my PSA test, as far as prostate goes. I have always had high PSA numbers. When we first discovered it 10 years ago, when I first started getting the PSA test done, pardon me, over these past 10 years, even the doctors noticed it was elevated. And so I had gone to a specialist for about 3 years. And He at first was doing a PSA test every 6 weeks to see what was happening. And then it went to every 12 weeks, so about 3 months or so. And then he dropped it to once every 6 months. And now I'm back to a normal person, a normal adult male over 50, that I'm just back to getting it done once a year because his determination was, hey, you're just one of these guys that just has high PSA counts all the time. And I've ranged anywhere from 3.5, which is the upper limit of what they would call normal, all the way up to 9 and change. I've never gone past 9.5, I don't believe. And that was a while ago. And it drops. It goes down to 5, then it goes up to 7, then it goes to whatever. My all-time high was I believe 9.5, and that was 3 or 4 years ago. So this time I am at 7.73. Again, I'm not incredibly concerned about that, just because historically I've always been on that upper level of above 3.5 and below 9.5. I'm always hovering in there somewhere. So those are the two abnormalities, and everything else is. I even got a phone call from the doc. I had to delay my doctor's appointment to discuss these results because we didn't have them in time. She didn't have that. My doctor didn't have the results either. So we delayed it. It will be sometime, I believe, the second week in March when I go to and talk to my doctor. But she got the results the same day I got them, and she phoned me and said, "These are great, fantastic." So that made my day. I'm telling you, fasting, if there was such a thing as a health miracle out there, I believe for me, it is long-term fasting, long distance fasting, whatever you want to call it. Even even short-term fasting, anything will help whatever ails you, in my opinion. So that's it. That's my blood test results. That's where I am. And hopefully, if you tune in on Wednesday, I will be posting that. Pardon me. I'll be posting the podcast with Big Lindy. And again, that's where I am, and I will see you next Monday.
Dave does live.